Welcome. Join us and Oceania's Stephen Tubman for an insider look at luxury ships, unforgettable voyages, and exclusive updates.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Ted. I'm always happy to help you out and talk about anything exciting with Oceania Cruises and what the future holds. Our new Chief Luxury Officer, Jason Montague, has promised us for more entertainment and more activities on board our ships. And we're hoping this will actually draw a more youthful crowd, perhaps, maybe some more new-to-brand guests to Oceania Cruises, which we have one of the highest guest return ratios in the industry. Once guests try this amazing product, they're going to want to come back over and over again. Here's a small agenda about what we're going to be going over today, but I do like to start with the three main pillars or what Oceania Cruises stands behind. Small ship luxury is our first main pillar. This really, we have some of the best guest to staff ratios in the industry. For every 3 guests, there's 2 staff members. For every 10 guests, there's 1 chef on board our ships. One of my favorite statistics. It leads into the hallmark, the true hallmark of the brand, which is our cuisine. Here at Oceania Cruises, we invest very heavily into the ingredients of our food. Anything food and wine related, just think about Oceania Cruises. We travel to over 600 alluring destinations throughout the world, and I will go over a little bit more about the different places we visit further on in the presentation. But I would like to start by showing you the amazing fleet. So the current fleet consists of 8 beautiful ships. On the bottom row here, it's the Regatta-Class. So these are our 4 smaller ships that we actually purchased throughout the years. 3 of which were from the Renaissance Cruise Lines company, which, that kind of dates them. But we fully refurbish these ships every 2 to 3 years. They're still beautiful, gorgeous ships. You're not going to find any torn or tattered carpeting or drapes on these ships, no shower curtains. But then we decided as a company, we need to build our own ships. So in 2011, we came out with the Marina. 2012, we came out with the Riviera. We were the true designers or architects of these ships. And these 2 ships have been fully refurbished throughout the years as well. But it had been, since 2011, since we built our first ship ourselves, and we decided it's time to build even more. So the Vista just came out in October 2023. These slightly larger ships hold about 1,200 guests. So we're still on the smaller scale of things. You're not having to wait for a lounge chair, for example, on the pool deck or wait for an elevator. The Vista and the new sister ship, the Allura, which just came out this summer in July, we are extremely excited about. It had been since over 10 years since the Riviera 2012 when we had built a ship. So the Vista and Allura are phenomenal ships. I have been in the cruise industry myself, going on over 9 years. My father's been in the industry for over 40 years. I've been cruising since I was a little boy. And these 2 new ships, the Vista and the Allura, are 2 of the most beautiful ships I've ever laid eyes on. Just to show you some of the stateroom design, the larger balconies, the beautiful neutral gray sort of color scale we have going on with these ships, they're phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about the accommodations on board these ships. Spacious bathrooms, you can move freely within the shower. These are actually 2 pictures from some of our guests that were very happy with the Vista. They sent me these pictures that they had to share, and I wanted to share them with you. It's the grand staircase on deck 5 and the beautiful pool deck. This is on the Vista. On all of our ships, we have wonderful evening entertainment. So in the theater, we start our shows typically around 9:30, so we give everyone a chance to finish their dinner and enjoy the show. We'll have large Broadway-style shows on the slightly bigger ships. The smaller ships will have maybe a duet singing couple, a pianist, maybe a magician or an illusionist. It all depends. But again, as I mentioned with Jason Montague's promise, we are going to be elevating this entertainment experience here at Oceania. And let's just say you're not fond of visiting the theater every single evening. We have beautiful lounges throughout the ships as well, where we'll have live music, either a string quartet or a pianist, and you're getting that nice, wonderful cocktail and enjoying a nice, beautiful ambience. I can't say enough good things about the lounges on board with Oceania. We have casinos on board all of our ships. Great way to, experience an art class in the artist loft is to go and visit. It's included in the price. We'll have a residential artist staying on board our cruises who actually teach these beautiful art classes, or you can actually walk around throughout different times throughout the day and purchase the beautiful artwork. You'll be able to see it all displayed for you. We have full culinary centers on the larger ships, something we're very excited about. These culinary classes sell out, and I will mention them a little bit more going on here. We also have, just in case you're ever interested in one of these bucket list type trips, please reach out to Ted. We've worked on these type of cruises before. We have grand voyages and our world cruises. So we're very excited that we announced we're going to be using the Vista, our newest ship, for our around the world trips. The longest voyage we do is 240 days in length. So I mean, if you're gonna go on one of these voyages that are over 6 months in length, why not do it with one of the best companies at sea, with some of the best food at sea, where we have chef market dinners on board. So the chefs are actually preparing fresh seafood, for example, and bringing it to you in the main dining room to enjoy. And as I mentioned, we are introducing the Sonata-Class. We're very excited about this new class of vessel, which is going to be a lot more tonnage. I believe it's over or around 84,000 tons, but we're keeping the guest count still down. We're keeping it to 1,390 guests, but with all this extra space on board, we're going to have more beautiful lounges, more beautiful areas where you can sit and enjoy, a larger library, and as I mentioned, more entertainment and activities for the guests. I did include a nice video. This is brand new. This video just came out last week, and it's highlighting the Sonata-Class. So you get to see a little bit about what these new beautiful ships will look like.
Imagine a pair of ships, so elegant, so gracious, so breathtaking, that there are simply not enough superlatives to truly capture their sheer magnificence. Behold, a new generation of luxury cruising. Oceania Sonata and Oceania Arietta, inspired by culinary artisans, designed by master architects, crafted by renowned Italian shipbuilders. These vessels are a symphony of gracious design, exquisite residential comfort, and the most extraordinary culinary experience at sea.
These new ships will be one of our most spacious to date. They will introduce spectacular new categories of suites and afford our guests a choice of even more dining experiences than ever before.
3, 2, 1, push the button.
There is one element of the Oceania Cruises experience that remains constant. An enduring promise that only deepens every time you step on board. The warm, genuine hospitality that makes every journey feel like coming home. And that is the heart and soul of our Oceania Cruises family, our officers and crew. Oceania Sonata debuts in 2027. Oceania Cruises, where every journey is a masterpiece.
I can't express my excitement enough for these new ships. And as they mentioned, they will have different names. The Arietta comes out, I believe, in 2029. Then we'll have 2 new ships after that that are going to be still part of this 4-ship family, if you will. And they haven't officially announced the dates, but I believe it's 2031 and 2033, which is hard to think about, but we're just excited to have these official images and videos for these new beautiful ships. With Oceania Cruises, I really can't stress enough the word value. The value you're getting by booking on Oceania Cruises is just tremendous. With the Year World included, you're getting the prepaid gratuities, all of the gourmet specialty dining is included. You're allowed 1 reservation at each of the specialty restaurants ahead of time, and you can make more on board if you'd like at no additional cost. We'd like everyone to try the best food at sea. You're getting the unlimited Wi-Fi for 2 devices at a time, and we are partnered with Starlink Internet Services, so you're getting that fast satellite internet service speed. all the specialty coffees, sodas, teas, that's included. Essentially, at the moment with Oceania Cruises, the only two things we do not include would be the shore excursions or the alcohol. But we did just come out with our new luxury of choice promotion that's going forward on all voyages, where you as the guests will have the option of either our house beverage package, which is up to 30 world-class wines, beer, and champagne, or our generous shore excursions credit that you can use towards your tour choices. So this definitely helps with the two main things we do not include. But again, for the price point, for the smaller ships, it's in my eyes a no-brainer to go with Oceania Cruises, and some of the best food at sea. You just can't go wrong. I like this slide just because it shows our current demographic. With Oceania at the moment, our median age range is a little bit older, 65 to 75 at the moment. But I truly think that has to do, or what attributes to that could be the fact that we have one of the highest guest return ratios in the industry. We have guests who have been with us since the beginning here at Oceania Cruises, and they sail with us every single year. And as I mentioned, I think with this new class of ships, the Sonata-Class, we'll be able to, due to the fact that we're going to have a lot more entertainment and activities on board, we're going to be able to hopefully draw in some more new-to-brand guests, and maybe it'll be a more youthful crowd for Oceania Cruises. This is always the hardest part whenever we do these presentations, Ted, talking about the cuisine. It makes me so hungry every time. It all really started with who's pictured here. It's the world-renowned famous headmaster chef Jacques Pepin, and he's really brought that culinary experience to Oceania Cruises that some say rival that of onshore Michelin star quality restaurants. And
I just want to add, Stephen, is when I did that interview with Mr. Quaretti. What's his official title?
Yes, he's one of our culinary executive directors.
Okay, one of the things he pointed out that makes, and by the way, he's in charge of culinary on all the ships now and in the future. He said the consistency when you go from ship to ship to ship, it remains the same standard. It remains the same philosophy. It's in your DNA. So to maintain that under all different kind of conditions anywhere in the world, I think is phenomenal. So I think that's a tribute to Oceania.
And I 100% agree with that. And Jacques Pepin still works with us on more of kind of a consultative basis now. But as you mentioned, he really has handed down the reins to Alexis Quaretti, who you did the interview with on the Vista, and Eric Barale, pictured here. They've really taken his expertise and just kept that Oceania Cruises culinary experience alive to this day, and they're doing a phenomenal job. We cannot say enough good things about these two. Just to show everyone some of the examples of the specialty dining venues we have on board, the grand dining room, especially on the Vista and the Allura, it's pictured behind me here in my virtual screen background. It is one of the most beautiful grand dining rooms I've ever personally seen. Very tall ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows, very comfortable seating. The Polo Grill, this is our specialty dining venue where I've had one of the best dry-aged ribeye steaks I've ever had in my life, paired with a good red wine. Toscana, I went on a voyage with Oceania with my family where we started in Lisbon and went to Rome. And when we got to Italy, we made a point of trying Toscana. And I had the fresh, amazing tableside fettuccine Alfredo where they brought the big Parmesan cheese wheel out and prepared the fettuccine in it. Red Ginger has to be my favorite specialty dining venue personally. I love sushi, and they have a delicious sushi as an appetizer. I also had the spicy lobster pad thai, which is phenomenal. And Jacques, we actually recently tried a twist on Americana on the Vista to see how it would go. It's called Ember. But our guests, they truly missed having Jacques on board, his own French metropolitan cuisine atmosphere. They begged us to bring Jacques back, so we decided to just go ahead and remove Ember from Vista. We brought Jacques back, and Jacques is already on the Allura as well. So we're really excited to have Jacques on these two new ships. And I'm sure Jacques will make his presence known on the new class of ships as well, the Sonata-Class. But I did want to just include a few pictures of the different main dining rooms we have on the different classes of ships. So we have the Allura class, the they call it the Oceania-Class, which is the Marina and the Riviera, and also the R-Class ships, the Regatta-Class, which is our 4 smaller ships. But on this left-hand side, again, this is the beautiful Vista and Allura, our 2 newest ships. I can't say enough good things. That chandelier is just fabulous. We have the Terrace Cafe, which is our casual buffet style eating experience, either indoors or al fresco, if you will. So many wonderful different options in the Terrace Cafe. The Waves Grill is where I actually first experienced Oceania Cruises, wonderful cuisine myself. I was used to maybe getting chicken tenders and French fries on board, you know, by the poolside grill. But this is where I had the famous surf and turf sandwich, filet mignon and lobster. I couldn't even fathom that this was something you could get poolside. As much as you can eat, I was in heaven. Baristas, we have delicious, wonderful coffee options that are included. Your cappuccinos, your lattes. And the Aquamar kitchen has become so popular. It's our wellness-inspired indulgence on board that we are going to have to unveil it to the entire fleet. We've already announced that. We get the best reviews on the Aquamar kitchen, and I'll show a little bit more. And we have pizzerias now on our ships. We listened to the guests. They were begging us to have like that late night snack kind of pizza. So we have beautiful industrialized pizza ovens now brought onto the ships. But the Aquamar kitchen, as I mentioned, so popular. You're getting that wonderful avocado toast, just a ton of different healthy options. You can get a smoothie, maybe if you had a nice workout in the morning on board or went for a walk around the ship. We have smoothies with protein. You can get the organic power bowl here. There's a lot of wonderful options at the Aquamar kitchen. And as I mentioned, we have these full culinary centers. They're on the larger ships only. We don't have the room for them on the 4 smaller ships, but they will be on all the ships going forward. So the Sonata-Class as well. And these culinary classes are so popular. They are not included. They're around $99 per person, but they're an hour and a half in length. They do a nice champagne toast in the beginning of the class. I've heard tremendously good things about these culinary classes, and they do sell out. They are typically listed on our website at 1 year prior to sailing. So if you're at all interested, please reach out to Ted. Ted can reach out to me. We can help you out and assist you in any way we can for these culinary classes. We have great options to choose from. It could be maybe a Mediterranean seafood feast or maybe a breakfast brunch style class. But you can see here the beautiful workstations with the granite countertops. There's floor-to-ceiling windows behind you. We offer unique dining experiences on board as well. Some of these are not included. We actually have a private dining experience, which is called La Reserve, and we do it in a smaller venue, which has floor-to-ceiling windows as well. It's typically for 8 to 10 guests at a time, and it's a food and wine pairing experience. The more expensive option is the Dom Perignon experience, but I'd love to try it someday. 6 different exuberant courses, each paired with their own Dom Perignon vintage. I mean, it just sounds phenomenal. I only included one other video in this presentation, but it's really going to highlight a lot of our culinary experience. Definitely, and this one is associated around our Alaskan trips. We recently changed from one of our smaller vessels to the larger vessel, the Riviera for Alaska. So in order to help us fill the space, we've come out with some wonderful promotions for Alaska right now. We have some great deals going on, but I really wanted to show you this new video. I thought it was just spectacular.
If you're a foodie, you're going to absolutely love Alaska. This place is a real dream. Think wild salmon, king crab and halibut too. And the onboard culinary team are absolutely amazing. They go on shore, they find fresh ingredients and they create menus around them. So you get a little bit of Alaska in every single bite. What an amazing way, delicious way to explore the region.
We're from New Orleans, so we're used to good food and we're pretty snobby about the food, and the food on Oceania is fabulous.
It's absolutely incredible. The different dishes, how they make them so uniquely, coming up with different types of recipes that are just delicious.
When we come in Alaska, of course, we propose the food from the local cuisine. And in Alaska, they give plenty opportunity for the fresh fish, the salmon, the halibut, the cod, the mussel. It's fantastic. The cuisine is so creative and elegant in the same time. And it's a pleasure to be a chef here.
Each Alaska itinerary offers over 100 incredible excursions, and 30 to 40 of them are food-focused. From foraging to feasting, it's a dream for food lovers, with the chance to learn about local ingredients and experience authentic dishes firsthand. One of my favourites was the crabbing trip.
We've just pulled the crab pot out of the sea. It's only been in there a few hours and it's absolutely teeming with crabs. This is really quite special.
Incredible. I mean, look at our pile of crab between the four of us here, and it's very delicious. And the beer is really good too.
If you want to try the local cuisine, there is nothing better than the Chef's Market dinner. Here you'll find a huge array of indulgent Alaskan seafood and other truly authentic dishes.
The chefs go in and buy local fare, and they serve it up, so everything was focused on like fresh seafood and all local ingredients, and they did a great job.
With these market dinners, you can have what the locals eat. And that means a lot because it gives people a flavor of the area.
Each cruise in Alaska, we create something particularly special. For me, it's fantastic because the feedback makes me more happy, definitely. And I have to say as well, it's a really, really unforgettable experience.
And as well as all the incredible local dishes you'll discover on excursions and on board, Oceania still offers its full range of specialty dining. With 4 signature restaurants and the grand dining room, you have so many ways to enjoy world-class cuisine.
On board Oceania, we prepare everything from scratch. And that's something we pride ourselves on. Because you don't find many cruise lines that actually have a bakery on board or a separate pastry on board. And all that combined together, I believe, makes it the finest cuisine at sea.
So, yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about this wonderful culinary experience on board.
Stephen,
yep.
May I comment on that?
Of course.
Okay, this is my own experience, Oceania, Alaska. You know what amazes me is that you can always get fresh food, particularly fresh fish, anywhere on the ship, okay? Even in the buffet. They're the only cruise line that I've seen, there's a chef in the line of the buffet. He gives you your choice of fresh fish, just caught from the ocean, literally. And he cooks it to your taste. And you know about cooking fish, you can't really pre-cook fish or store it or keep it heated. It's just going to come out dry. So no matter where you're on the ship, you're going to get this experience of fresh seafood. And it's just amazing because it just makes all the difference. You really feel like you're in Alaska. You really feel like you're there. And these days, you know, Alaska's and just like other locations, becoming more and more select in the type of cruise ships that get to come in. You know, the super giant cruise ships are. I was going to go on a mass market cruise line years ago to Alaska, and we didn't make it to half the ports just because of the situation there. So again, this is where Oceania shines, and I'm so proud. Me and Ted and Shelley are so proud to represent Oceania Cruises.
Yeah, I mean, very well said. I can't say enough good things about the experience on board with our food and our culinary. It's just unrivaled. That, you know, from what I've heard, you know, we used to consider ourselves the best cuisine at sea, hands down, bar none, the finest culinary experience you could have on a cruise. But you know, some of the other cruise lines have really stepped up their game. We no longer say we're the very best, but I definitely say we're top 5 for sure. But you know, going a little bit into our immersive itineraries and traveling around the world with Oceania Cruises, I do like to mention that we do stay later in our ports of call as well. So rather than a lot of cruise lines out there leaving their port at around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we're staying until 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening. My favorite example is Monte Carlo. I went here with my family. They actually did a really nice thing for us here at Oceania. They actually set up tables on the pool deck. So you could see the beautiful Mount Ez with all of the city lights, and you're in the harbor with the multi-million-dollar yachts. It was just a wonderful experience. And my younger brother and I got off the ship and got to go to the Casino Royale pictured here during the evening, during the hustle and bustle. You know, I'm not much of a gambler myself, but I'm sure my younger brother lost a good amount of money because he loves to play blackjack and whatnot. But I definitely had my martini shaken, not stirred. It was a phenomenal experience. As I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, we do go to over 600 alluring destinations throughout the world. Some of the more popular trips: Australia, New Zealand, Asia, including Japan, especially during cherry blossom season, is very popular with us. Mediterranean, African safari voyages, South America. Domestically, here in the US and Canada, we do New York to Montreal, for example, during the fall foliage season. Beautiful. We go from Miami through the Panama Canal to Los Angeles. We have beautiful Caribbean trips. We actually go to Hawaii on certain times of the year, and we change. We're never stagnant here with Oceania Cruises. We change our itineraries every single year. And it's for good reason. It's how we can draw clientele from the top brands in the world back to Oceania Cruises, based on the fact that we offer pretty close to the same level of luxury and staff treatment on board with some of the best food at sea. As far as our shore excursions go, I briefly mentioned that they're not included, but you do have the option, if you'd like, when you make a new booking with Oceania Cruises, of selecting the shore excursions credit to help you towards the pricing and the cost of your tours. We have over 8,000 different shore excursions to choose from. There's so many different tours. We have full detailed list and descriptions of the tours available when you make a new booking. As far as some of the more popular tours that I like to discuss and talk about, we have Go Local tours where you're going into the local community. I've done this myself in Italy, for example. We went to an Italian family's home and they prepared fresh pasta. We shared some stories. We drank some wonderful red wine. We have culinary discovery tours. These are also extremely popular. They sell out. This is where you're actually going into the local port of call with one of our headmaster chefs. You gather up the ingredients and learn about the different types of food, and then you bring everything back to the ship and get to prepare them. You prepare a nice meal in the culinary center. So our shore excursions are available, keep this in mind, at 1 year prior to sailing. Please do not hesitate to mention anything to Ted. He can always reach out to me for assistance as well. You know, we're here for you. We're here to help you. And these shore excursions, they're super popular. Some of these tours do sell out, so don't forget about your shore excursions at 1 year prior to sailing. We're kind of running out of time, and I only have a few more things to note, Ted. We have the beautiful, wonderful Black Friday sale. It's coming back, and it's starting actually tomorrow. We have a huge list of different voyages with an up to 50% off the cruise fare discount going on right now. So please do not hesitate to reach out to Ted again. He can help you with this. He can reach out to me for any assistance. I just wanted to show you guys some of the beautiful different voyages we have. Panama City to Miami, 10 days on the Insignia. Just different. The Baltic, London to Oslo, 13 days. Look at all these unique ports of call. I personally have not ever heard or been to Aberdeen, but I would love to actually look it up. I'm going to Google it after this presentation. Northern Europe, London to New York, 18 days. So this transatlantic crossing looks phenomenal. You get to actually experience a little bit more of the ship for the couple days at sea. And this is on our newest ship, the Vista. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Mediterranean, always popular with Oceania Cruises. This is just a beautiful example of one of the 14-day voyages on the Black Friday sale. You can see more of these unique, small boutique ports of call that not a lot of ships can actually get into. We also have a huge list of different voyages that you as guests can choose from, where you're not having to pay the full 200% double occupancy. It could be as low as just 125% for the solo traveler. So again, don't hesitate to reach out to us for any questions. And thank you so much. I'm always happy to help out Ted and be on these presentations, and we're always here for you.
All right, thanks, Stephen. I just want to thank you for watching this. You're obviously watching a recording. Me and Stephen pre-recorded this because he's showing some videos and features that we don't normally use on Zoom. So we're going to make sure that you're going to get the best quality presentation. But regardless of that, you should reach out to myself and my colleague Shelley. We are running some new promotions, and these are actually quite different. And it does make our travel agency unique amongst all travel agencies. For example, depending, it doesn't not on everyone, but say you're on a longer cruise, maybe you have a suite or something. So depending on the length of the cruise, how much you pay, the type of suite you have, we're able to offer your choice of such extras as, imagine, Stephen, that you're going to go on Oceania, and a person dressed in a tie, looks really nice, got a cap. He picks you up in a limo, private limo, and takes you to your local airport. And in some cases, drives you back at the end. What would you think of that?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
That's something we're offering select guests, and it's been extremely popular. No one else is offering it right now. So again, instead of just picking up the phone and booking online, just give us a quick call and see what we can offer. Maybe we could make it worth your while, okay? And we can also add some extra credits, in many cases, $300. And there's just a lot more involved. We have our own dedicated special line for airline travel. We have a 24-hour reservations desk. So if you're getting, a Premier type air or above, what we can do is offer you a private desk to take your call, and if there's changes, the airlines, have you heard about Stephen, have you heard about the airlines being canceled and changed a little bit?
Yeah,
Can you imagine that?
It's been pretty rough.
But imagine if you had an app or someone that's checking all the flights for you, okay? And they're also tracking, the same tracking goes with your private chauffeur. So all these things we're taking care of for you. We're making it a breeze. We know when you go on Oceania, it's going to be a breeze and lovely. But we want to make it even better. So when you get there and come back, everything's arranged for you. How does that sound, Stephen?
It sounds like wonderful peace of mind.
Well, it is real. And we thank you for watching this today. We thank you for following Oceania. We just want to say, hey, everybody keep sailing, okay? Bye-bye. Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
We thank you for watching and invite you to reach out to us at 406-306-8059 or Shelley at cruisinwithted.com.